Alrighty, guys, here we go. Vicious and Delishus versus Resist is going to be the semifinals matchup that we are going to be spectating on today. We just saw the boys in blue take out Arcane Nova on a pretty decent matchup. Had some issues to begin with, but they were to come out on top, and this will be the first time we get to see Resist all day, and we'll see how they perform.
Yeah, we'll see how they perform as well. So, it should be an interesting game. Vicious and Delicious came up with a very, very strong performance, but Resist, they're no slouches nor pushovers here, so I think we're in for a pretty decent grudge match battle.
Oh, right now we're seeing the Hell Band out from the boys in red. They've got another band to go ahead and try to see what they want to do out of. Maybe they want to take a shot at Ninja's Isis here or not. Not sure if they want to do that. They might feel comfortable in fighting it. I'll tell you one thing, Nova didn't feel comfortable fighting it, but they will get rid of the Zeus. Soul! The Benny Q Soul is available. Benny Q insta-locks the Soul. We don't know if that's going to go ADC, mid lane, or solo, and, well, I don't know. Maybe Soul. The Soul can support, right? I don't know. Probably can jungle as well. Probably can do everything. As Soul is pretty crazy at this moment in time. She still receives some nerfs in her day, but they're high res nerfs, which means they're actually buffs. So we'll see Nemesis locked in. We'll see Nemesis locked in as the jungler. That's kind of the counterplay to the Zhang Kui, and well, obviously going to also be the Geb. If you see the combination of that Nemesis ultimate coming out of one of those two, those are going to be very, very squishy targets for the boys in blue to pick off. So we'll try to look for another hard carry, I would say, but instead they're going to look in for the Hoonbot. So this is going to be either Nemesis solo or Hoonbot solo.
Probably going to be Hoonbot solo, as Nemesis has a bit of a rough time with clear, but Tupac, he's played some odd things in his gameplay, so wouldn't be surprised to see him go for something like a Nemesis.
Resist should just go pick up Khepri and just have Khepri.
I would like to see this. I would like to see this.
They're not. They're going to get the Neath instead. I just want to... Yeah, Khepri's still available on the board. That might be something you want to ban out here at this point in time. Isis is also on the board. Again, that's more of a target shot at Ninja himself. At the end of the day, you can also even try to... If you think that Ninja is going with the Soul, you could go ahead and take out the Hui, but they do realize that they think that Soul's going to go ADC to Benny, so they're going to go ahead and try to knock out the Isis.
I mean, Benny Q's had such an impressive performance on Soul in the past and in past tournaments. I'm pretty sure he's also playing it in scrims as well. So it's very likely that Vicious and Delicious are well known for this at this point. And Soul is an incredibly strong duo lane character. I mean, last night in the Smite Central tournament, we actually saw Benny Q go 2 versus 1 on Soul and win most engagements that he went into. So he showed quite a bit of proficiency on her. But we're in the second round of picks here. I'm expecting Vicious and Delicious to go for a Khepri pickup since he's up, though.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see this Soul. I haven't really seen her myself and able to cast the game yet, so it's going to be go ahead and have a new character to sit there and call out, as they're always fun to cast the new games. Turnip is going to have his option here to pick up. They're still in need of a jungler and a solo lane. Wheelix is going to be the option that we got picked up, as she's been really popular this tournament today. Really solid pickup as Jing 10 to be hovered over as possibly the support. Well, it should be the support, as Nemesis is and Hoonbots have to be. One of those have to be solo lane and jungle.
One of them has to be that. We could see a Nemesis support. I mean, I don't like it, but we could see it would be a very major kill lane for Benny Q and Metam here if they want to do that. But I'm more thinking Xingqian to be this solo lane pickup, the support pickup here, since it's usually good to have somebody beefier to get in that lane. But well, with the way this stuff's going to go out, Benny Q, if he gets a lead, will be able to 1v2 if he wants to as well. But they're going to hover the still. Ninja Sniper also possibly hovering the Hades as well. This is going to be a weird composition, but a very tanky once they lock it in. But I mean,
where's the Sun Wukong at? Like, Valentine has option here. Sun Wukong still available on the board for the solo lane. I mean, still a priority pickup, I would think, at this point in time. He got a little bit of a nerf come patch day, but nothing drastic enough to really make him drop out of contention altogether. Looking for a little bit of heals is Resist, so that's going to lead them to the Guan pickup. It might be kind of nice, but I don't know. I'm kind of... Vicious's team fight is pretty scary. They have a lot of stuff. I mean, they got a Hades ultimate, Pillar of Agony. Jing 10 ultimate's going to be coming out there to grab people. Nemesis can just eliminate one target by herself, and then Hoonbot's Fear No Evil is just destruction on its own. But at the end of the day, maybe the heals and the Geb shields are able to save the day.
Yeah, maybe, but here's the thing. How are you going to actually even get to Benny Q in these fights, or the major damage dealers here on Soul? There's so many ways for Vicious and Delicious to actually protect their major carries here. It looks like it actually might be a Nemesis support here, as Metapsychosis hasn't quite traded just yet. So we could actually see Nem support as Tupac still on Zing right there.
Yeah, I mean, this is with the trading is about to end a little bit, so we might see the support Nemesis.
Looks like it will be, as God Trading has ended, and we are launching into this right now. So, Vishus and Delishus rocking an oddball comp versus Resist, fairly standard in Go 2 here. I'm really interested how this one turns out. There's a lot of healing and a lot of shielding on Resist's side. Definitely not to be trifled, but Vishus and Delishus, they've got a major damage in the form of Soul and even Hoonbot. Is that going to be enough with how much of the tanky lineup they have?
I mean, they got 2 tanks in the Ninja or in the Hades itself, and they've got Tupac on Jing 10. So hopefully they have enough of a tanky lineup here. Nemesis can get built. You don't have to do damage to Nemesis if you're only ulting off cooldown. So at the end of the day, really they're relying on that soul damage to do everything. So Benny Hugh gonna have to be the carry they need. But we're sitting here at about 130 seconds till the game gets started. This is our first semifinals matchup, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the best of one. So winner of this will go on to the finals to compete for 4,000 gems. Give us a few minutes, guys, while we get into the game and bring you our first semi. Alrighty, guys, here we go. Start of the semifinals. Vishus and Delishus and Resist Gaming going to be live right now here shortly as Benny Q is going to hit the pause button. We're going to introduce the teams during this pause break. Apparently, Tupac is, again, still having a little bit of issues with his router modem or lagging out, so trying to get some resetting done, but it's only about a minute pause. So quickly, running through the rosters while we wait. Benny Q is going to be playing the Soul ADC. Should be nice and fun to see that there. Metapsychosis support. Nemesis, a little bit of a different pick as well. Ninja will be running the Hades in the mid lane, something we've seen from several different players in SPL and him himself. Sandwich is going to be running the jungle, which is a little different. I guess he's subbing in right there as was jungling for them a second ago. Sandwich.
No, Sandwich is actually coming in. They had to pull in a sub, I believe, in the last game. As Totable was their sub in the last game.
Yeah. Okay.
Sandwich is the main roster, yeah.
Okay, I got you. So Totable he did a really good job summoning, and I wasn't too sure about that. So Tupac is the DC that you see, the wonderful Jing 10. He'll be in the solo lane hanging out there. And on the side of Resist, go ahead and shoot it out there, Sozo.
Meanwhile, on Resist, we've got the Mollusk up top without a Wheelix in the jungle. Meanwhile, we have a very solid Deadly Midget in the mid lane with that Zhang Kui. Left Syndrome on support, Geb Turnip in the duo lane as the AD carry on Neat and Valentine. Meanwhile, bringing out the Guan Yu in the solo lane.
Yeah, Valentine's going to be really the man right here to be watching at as the solo lane Guan Yu. If he can really get going on early and often, he could be really devastating. Guan Yu's kind of annoying to deal with. We'll see how Tupac handles it with the Jing 10. Looks like Tupac is back in the game, though. And we do have what looks like at least the Mullick's kind of staring at Boombots. So we'll see when this game gets unpaused if there's any level 1 fights going on the right-hand side of the lane, but I really do doubt it.
I doubt it, but we could see one brewing up fairly quickly here. But there's a lot of pressure and damage on the side of Vicious and Delishus. This could be a very, very dangerous game that both teams play here. As Mollusk does seem to be eyeing his target. We could see a pincer come in through here, but Ninja Sniper will set down the
Ninja top damage. Ninja's top damage.
He actually trying to look for more than just top damage right now as Mollusk locked down incredibly low. A lead down from Tupac as he knocks him up here. Mollusk goes over the top here, but Sandwich teleports him with the Super Monkey Ball right there. And now the fight is on once again. The game is afoot as Deadly Midget. The slow will be good. A return kill for Resist right there. But a 1-for-1 trade goes in favor of Vicious and Delicious to kick things off. And there you go, Ninja Sniper. He won that battle.
Positive right there is that the Mollusk did not pop his potion, his red pot. So he was just like, oh, okay, I'm just going to give up First Blood, no big deal. I mean, at the end of the day, First Blood kind of sucks to give up to your counter jungler right there. 1-1 feeds the Hoombot, so he'll be a little bit ahead of the game, but at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. He'll start off with Boots 2 now and a couple of potions, so a little bit further ahead than the Wheelix, but Mollusk can, at any point in time with that red pop, feather step his way to a kill.
Yeah, and at the same time, like I said, he didn't pop the red pot, so it's not too much of a loss there. Usually when we see a kill like that, especially this early on, when somebody loses that red pot, it's absolutely disastrous. And this time around, it's not going to be that bad for Resist here. It's only about 300 gold down. They did get the return kill and a few assists going their way as well. And Deadly Midget was one to pick up that kill as well. So 1 kill on the jungler, 1 on the mid laner.
Yeah, Zonkwe gonna have that second one. Invid coming out though here on the right hand side. They don't see this. The abilities have been used. Sacred Monkeys has been pounced out, and right now the Mollusk is kind of hanging around. He does have that red pot. If he jumps in, it ends up happening. So the Mollusk actually picked up. Yeah, he picked up Suku, or he picked up Summon Suku right there. So no feather step available. He's just riding around on his mount. Does still clear out the camps. He hits level 2. Blue buff still available on the right hand side. Tupac going to go without that for a little while, and now here comes the Harpy dance, but looks like there won't be one as both teams just elect to split them.
Yeah, both teams eyes on separate prizes here, not going to even worry about the dance of death. So Mollusk and Midget simply splitting sides with their counterparts of Ninja and Sandwich right there. So all in all, nothing gained, nothing lost for either side here, but so far Deadly Midget having a solid go of things in lane.
Let's take a look over here at the duo lane. Benny Q on this Soul ADC. If you haven't seen her in action, she is annoying to deal with. I'm pretty sure everyone that's in this channel has at least fought a Soul at some point in time and has hated their life.
I mean, hated your life is an understatement when it comes to Soul right there. She brings so much free poke to the lane, so you have to play incredibly careful no matter who you are. And in the duo lane, without the support here, especially with the amount of pressure they can bring inside of Vicious and Delicious here, you're in so much trouble here. Luckily, Turnip has ways out, but 2 and 4 is a level change difference here. There's a pretty solid level lead for Vicious right now.
Yeah, now back over the right-hand side, it looks like a Wheelix is making her way here. That blue buff is still available for Tupac. He has not picked it up yet. Looking at back because he is out of mana and he only had multi-pots. And without a blue buff to really sustain it, wasn't able to do anything. He's going to buy teleport instantly. I don't know if he's going to be able to get this blue buff or not in time. Feather Step was good. Quarter HP reads the blue buff on the right-hand side, and that is going to fall to the boys in red. So Tupac is going to be without a blue buff, and Guan Yu will have his second one pretty much just as his first one's getting ready to expire.
And that's going to be insanely solid for Guan Yu right here. Valentine going to be having a very good lane right now. He's going to have free mana, free healing. It's going to be a rough uphill struggle for Tupac at this point. But after the last game, I'd say he's used to it.
Oh, he should be good. He's used to playing from behind at this. Yeah, he's like, put Tupac about 1,000 go behind. He'll come back at 15 minutes and be even. Yeah, Tupac will always be out. And on the left-hand side, everyone is level 5. All ultimates available other than the Jing 10 on the right. And Hoombots in the jungle should be hitting it up here shortly on these back camps, I believe. 5 off that. Pretty close to it. And if he solos these, he should hit 5.
Yeah, should hit 5 here. And probably will.
Oh, just short.
Oh, just a little short right there. But easy fix here. Walking to the lane with Ninja Sniper. And you got to be careful. One minion could spell a quick start to a fight here as Mollusk. He needs a level 5 as well. Sandwich just waiting for level 5 as well. Mollusk will hit it first, so they got to watch out for any kind of knock-up here, and they can't afford to give their backs towards Resist. This lets Vishus and Delishus rotate a bit here if they want to. Now, Sandwich actually looking for fight, and Sniper does a level 5 here. There we go, in for the battle immediately as the Sniper gets the set up here, but Mollusk shows up and finishes off the Sandwich here. Deadly Midget surviving on fumes. One more hit will do it, but he can't find it. Turnip actually finds the kill for Resist right there. As now, here we go. Madam Psychosis joined the party. Betty Q not too far behind as well. Will rain the damage and fire. Mollusk leaps away. He's out. One more shot will do it, but he can't quite find it. Not even the enemy is there. Supernova not happening. Deadly Midget rejoining the fight as Madam Psychosis so low. One more shot from Turnip will secure the kill, but it's Midget who secures and finds the final shot there with that expelling of the Ghost. That's going to be a solid series of events for Resist as they now sit 3 kills in the lead and about 800 in the lead as well.
Yeah, and then with Mid-Harpy spawning, that's kind of a bad time to die, as those are going to fall to the red side as well. Pretty well. I thought Neath was going to stay there and get the left-hand Harpies, but she'll actually end up backing up, so it looks like Sandwich will get the left-hand Harpies, so won't be as bad as a difference as I thought it was going to be. They'll at least pick up some of the Harpies on the left side. Now looking back at the solo lane, Jing 10 just getting kind of poked out by Talu Assault, doing a lot of damage. Without a blue buff, Tupac's just been kind of forced to stay underneath this tower.
And that's really a bad thing for him. Valentine will have his blue buff back available to him once he wants to go for it, and especially once his Wheelix shows up, as Mollusk able to dance around here. Tupac, he's playing a dangerous game here with Valentine, but luckily for him, Valentine has no mana, but Guan Yu can hit fairly hard even without that Taolu Assault, and if he gets it through, he'll be incredibly devastating, but instead we'll have to just finish off the wave rather than going for a full engagement. But Sandwich might opt to punish here. Valentine will spot him and back off towards his own blue buff. Gonna back off most likely and just wait for Mollusk to show up and handle his buff for him.
Yeah, Resist a little bit of a lead, 1-4 right now. Read the kills. Blue buff gonna get started on the right-hand side for the boys in red. Hopefully this time around Tupac will get his buff. Everyone kind of backing up, doing a little bit of farming. A couple words on the map, and they belong to the red side. They're going to be on the aggressive end of blue team over here by the mid-Harpies. They have vision on what's going on for the jungler right now. And just kind of wandering around. Metapsychosis trying to see maybe if he can get something going on underneath, but Turnip's just not having any of it. He's playing the charge-up game as Neath. You're going to sit there, you charge up, and you pretend you're doing something.
He's playing so safe as Needs against this matchup as well, and that's one of the nice things here. Turnip can actually clear out the wave against Benny Q here and not be punished by Soul's power here. So Soul not really able to afford to really just push the wave instead. Now the Syndrome will arrive. Turnip wants to start a fight here. Here comes Deadly Midget. This is the combo. Benny Q locked down. No escape. Will turn the ultimate on, but Turnip will secure that shot with a final Spirit Arrow. Turnip looking huge right now as Resist looking incredibly strong right now, and the damage for Vishus falling short here.
Yeah, not really having the damage that they required. Ninja Sniper came to the right-hand side after the rotation came left from the mid laner himself. Deadly Midget was able to make moves on that side, so Ninja thought he could do something on the right, unable to do so. And at the end of the day, more minions going to get pushed under tower at the mid lane. That's going to be 3 minions lost to the tower. Well, at least, yeah, I think it looks like all 3 are going to get lost to it. And Ninja's going to have to start getting himself some farm back if he wants to really be in contention to this game, as Deadly Midget is putting on a show. 2-0-3.
Deadly Midget has been a monster on his rotational time right there. showed up for the fight here, and with a great ult out of Less Syndrome as well. The two of them cobbled up nicely, and it was just almost impossible to stop them at that point. As Vishus and Delishus, they're playing the responsive game here. They're trying to play reactive and resist here. They're trying to make plays, but they just can't. As Resist just starting things off so quickly here, as Mollusk actually might catch an unaware sandwich here. Actually, both seem to be slightly unaware of each other for a few seconds, but a few series of missed abilities will turn into nothing happening at all. As now Mollusk rotating towards the mid lane. Sandwich going to be caught on the wrong side of this one, so we can't quite afford to walk forward here. This should be mid camps actually going the way of Resist here. Maybe a split farm as Ninja already setting up for the other side, but it's spawning slowly enough that maybe Resist will be there in time to fight as well. But Ninja should clear this one out fairly fast.
Well, right now, just looking at the solo lane, Valentine got the best of Tupac again. He had a back force to teleport, only has TP2 down for 180 seconds, but now the chase goes on the left-hand side. Left Syndrome's going to go ahead and try to make chasing happen. They're going to go ahead and just push out Ninja Sniper and Sandwich right here. Oh, Fear No Evil comes out, but at the very edge was the Mollusk, so really just kind of walked out of there. No beads forced out, no actives or anything, as, well, the Mollusk doesn't even have beads. If that was a centered Fear No Evil, could have been a little bit more deadly.
It could have been deadly there, but luckily Mollusk was done the right side in his case, of that ultimate. So, Fear No Evil not quite landing the power it needs. A fairly major cooldown blow and for no real response. And now the clutch is real here as they're ready to lock down on the Tupac. Tupac might actually have the backup though. Mollusk leaps on over, but here we go. Sandwich was waiting and ready for that one, as Mollusk will fall in the end. Vishus and Delishus ready to support the soul ender, but here comes the midget, and the deadly midget at that. We're looking for the shockwave. Not going to fight it just yet here, as the demons going to be pulled into the bag of deadly midget. So a quick kill and a quick escape. Vishus, let's just get in, get out for the fight.
Yeah, I mean, right now, 2 to 5 read the kills. We'll take a quick peek at the graphs and see where we're sitting at. A little bit of an XP and gold differential. Obviously, going to the boys in red, they've got the kill lead, so they'll have a slight gold lead. Only 1,000. The XP difference is sitting out right around 600. That's kind of going up or down depending on what minions are getting killed at the time, so shocking coming out of that. If we take a look at the damage chart, Guan Yu leading the way in the solo lane, just doing a lot of fighting on Tupac himself, and Valuable Assault will rack up that damage, and then Deadly Midget hanging out there second.
He's hanging out in the second part of his damage level, and this is a ton of damage committed of Resist right there, and unfortunately, it just seems like Vishus and Delishus just don't have the damage on their side. That's going to be a big problem going towards his late game.
You called it out. Turnip, the Neath is able to clear the way versus Benny Q. Benny Q only has 873 player damage right now. Mm-hmm. That's for a soul.
Can't really afford.
He can't do anything.
Yeah, if you can't afford to poke to the person, if they can clear the wave out just as effectively as you as Soul, you really are going to struggle to find your heavy duty poke damage, which is Soul's big strength in these lane matchups here. So, unfortunately for Benny Q, this pickup just not really working out in this matchup, and he needs to be the heavy damage carry for his team, especially with the composition that Vishus and Delishus are running.
Now, right now, Ninja Sniper going to get poked out a little bit. He's going to lose a couple gold minions to the tower for gold, and yellow buff invade was attempted. Nothing going to happen out of that. Apologies. I had something stuck in my throat there for a second. Didn't want to burp on stream as we have an exercise coming out of the bags of demons, and, well, nothing happened out of that deadly midget. What happened?
Yeah, nothing happening, but going to force away the rest of Vision Delicious. Actually, Tupac, wrong place, wrong time. Lockdown in the Cataclysm right there as the rain of fire begins from Beniki right here, but it's not nearly enough. Fear No Evil will lock down Midget, and they will find the kill as Sandwich actually gets to teleport on through to Valentine, locks down a final shot there as Mullis escaping out the back for now. As Beniki tried to lurch on forward, couldn't quite find it here. Ninja Sniper goes over the top, actually looking for the lurking turnip right here. Will find him planted underground, looking to plant a kill into him right there. As now we'll see the rest of Sandwich and friends showing up for this one. Turnip on the run as fast as he can. Doesn't have the backflip is the question. Not quite yet. There we go. He's out of dodge just in time here. But
well, Ninja was playing that smartly. Ninja wanted the ult, but he, knowing that the backflip was up, didn't want to just waste ulti right there. That was you weren't going to get the need with ulti right there. So all that was, Ninja was just baiting backflip, and Turnip was not biting. So, I mean, well played by both players, understanding that I want to bait you to do this. Well, I know you want to bait me, so I'm not going to do that. So instead, we just had a Hades and a Neath just walking at each other, doing nothing.
I mean, yeah, he did a good job of like baiting out the backflip there, and like I said, not pulling the trigger too quickly there. I mean, that's the bait that a lot of Hades tend to fall for. They're like, all right, I just go for the ultimate there, and they leapt out. What do I do? And just type of play that went out fairly successfully, I'd say. Even though he didn't get the.
Yeah, he still has his ultimate at the end game, which is going to be useful for some sort of team fight. We are at the 10 or 11 minute mark and a half, so almost at 12. Gold Fury might be attempted here shortly enough if there is a pick. And, well, I mean, if that ends up being the fight that Ninja needs his ultimate, he'll be glad he has it right now. But Deadly Midget still clearing out the wave pretty effectively. Metapsychosis hanging out level 11. So right now, the Nemesis support is actually up a level on the Geb. But at the end of the day, I don't really see where this Nemesis is going to put into the team.
It's going to be really interesting here. I don't think he's tanky enough or has the damage that a Nemesis needs. I mean, he's trying to play that half tank, which is like maybe a Fenrir play here, but it's not quite working with the amount of income he's getting on as a support. Now, it's actually Mollis will take down Benekyu in the duo lane right there, and Benekyu struggling a bit this game, it seems.
Yeah, he tried to use Supernova to go ahead and get away. He was kind of like backstepping with the Supernova to do damage as the Mollis was coming forward, but Turnip had ultimate charged up, ready to go. As soon as that was released, there was really no way that Benekyu can go, and well, with no beads available at that time, he doesn't have any actives at all. He wasn't going to escape it. The surrender vote did get pushed. I don't really know if that's going to go through or not. We're still sitting at a 1,700 gold lead, 2,000 experience. Nothing that neither one of these teams hasn't come back for before, so really just a matter of a little bit of patience and see if they can get back into this game.
Yeah, just gotta wait this one out. Vishus and Delishus can definitely come back in this one. It's going to be a difficult one, but they can pull it off as Rhesus. They've got the standard team comp here, and Vishus and Delishus really were relying on that Soul being a big enough of a damage threat here. And she will become one late in the game, but it's going to take a very big struggle to get to that point here, and especially against the damage that Rhesus can pop out here, and the sustain that they have in these later fights. They're going to have to work for something. There's Deadly Midget going to get locked down here right into a Fear No Evil, but a huge Cataclysm coming down, locking down so much health. It seems like he's still surviving is the Midget, but he will go down a little bit later, but better late than never as Mollis now alone versus the dashing Nemesis, but Medum doesn't quite have the damage here. Still, a kill for Vishus there will be exactly what they want and need.
Yeah, it just seemed like you said, Deadly just seemed to last forever. That ultimate comes out from Deadly Midget, and the protection just gained so much. It ends up being unreal how much he took damage-wise from a couple ultimates. He had a Fear No Evil on top of him, had a Pillar of Agony on top of him, and he was still going at it. While that was going on, right-hand side, Valentine was able to take out the solo tower. That's the first tower of the game, going to the boys in red at the 14-minute mark, pretty much. So that's, honestly, again, Vicious for being a little bit further behind. They gave up their solo lane at 14 minutes when that was kind of getting pushed up the whole time. I mean, again, I'll call that relatively decent enough, so NEQ trying to make waves here on the left-hand side. At this point, can clear the wave really efficiently, and now really might be able to start boxing out this Neath if he can actually catch her off guard.
Yeah, but the question is if he can catch her off guard. And that's going to be a difficult thing to actually pull off against the Neath, as Neath has quite a few ways out of a bad fight. There's Ninja Snipe, almost gets caught out, but has to blink, so he's out of dodge just in time there. Going to be surviving just fine on Hades. But, I mean, like you said, it's crazy how long Deadly Midget was able to survive in that fight. And it's just going to get worse the deeper this game goes, especially now that Valentine's able to freely rotate over. The damage is real here. There's actually Cataclysm locking him down right into a knocker from the Shockwave here. Mollis claiming a free kill under tower right there. Rhesus need to make, like, well, Badgers an escape from this one. I don't think Badgers run away that much. Now just Delishus. Oh, they're in a bit of danger.
Yeah, but right now, Deadly Midget, like you said, going to get tankier. He has a Warlock's Axe 3-man rotation on BenEQ about to occur right here. Here comes a knockup. BenEQ is trying to run away the best he can. Doesn't have his escape available. Not really going to matter at that point in time. Tupac makes the rotation all the way to left-hand side. BenEQ just having a little bit of a frustrating game right now. Can't seem to get anything going. Anytime he seems to move up past his tower, he's just getting rotated on 2 or 3 men.
Yeah, and that's just a constant thing here. Rhesus playing a very, very solidly paced game here. They know that even if they get to the late game, they're going to scale quite nicely on their own here. So Rhesus, no need to take this one incredibly quickly. They're just going for the slow but sure thing, as their healing is going to be a bit too much for Vishus and Delishus to really handle late game, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I can't even say Benny's getting camped because I've seen, the Mollusk and everybody go on the right side, and then they go to the left side, and they're kind of bouncing around every which way as the Gold Fury attempt might be started. Metapsychosis is the man of the hour as he, by himself, the low nemesis scares off 4.
I'm not for sure if my audio's dying or your mic is dying.
Uh-oh. My mic dying? Chat.
Yeah,
Tell me
you're giving a lot of really odd sounds out here whenever you're talking, so, not quite sure what's happening there with you, Freight.
Uh-oh. If I'm dying, let me know, chat. Please let me know if you guys can hear me. Maybe it's just him. You know what's going on. If I need to take a pause break or not and maybe fix something, we can do that. Otherwise, I will continue on. And Soza, just do what you can.
Yeah, you're sounding pretty robotic here, so I'm just going to go and take over as you try to get this one sorted out for now. But not really much to talk about here as the game mostly going towards the stalemate phase. Rhesus taking it slow and steady to try to win this race out in time. Resistance just looking for every kind of opportunity here. They've got the tanky lineup, so they're going to last quite long in these fights here. But unfortunately for the Mollusk and Metempsychosis here, Mollusk locking him down. Metempsychosis tries to get the double dash away. Will put the ultimate down to the Syndrome for the extra bit of sustain here. But only one getting caught up by the Pillar of Agony here. His left Syndrome secures the kill. Ninja Sniper getting hunted down by a deadly midget here as Sandwich joins the party. Ninja Sniper does get the support of his Benny Q right there, but it's not enough here as Mollusk already claimed the kill. The rest of the team running incredibly low on fumes here. Benny Q trying to find a way on through. Will get out with the immunity here, but not for long as Turnip will take down his counterpart, and Mollusk survives long enough to get the double onto Sandwich right there. A wipeout as Tupac, the only one to survive there, and he's alone. He's boxing in deep here with his counterpart as Valentine, giving him a massive run for his money. But at the same time, Vishus going to lose the Gold Fury here, and this is a guaranteed strong turnaround for Resist right there as the Gold Lead grows even larger, and Tupac making no dent into Valentine's health right now. Valentine actually just tower diving incredibly hard.
Yeah, well, right now, Neef's going to go ahead and take over that. Surrender vote has started at this moment in time. It seems to be I'm okay. Hopefully you can hear me. But there's a surrender vote right there. Vicious and Delicious will give this one up at the 17 and a little bit over the half-minute mark. Whew, down 4-13, and the gold experience was just getting worse and worse. So they'll go ahead and call this one and try to fight another day next week and in the Challengers tomorrow. But Resist will take this game and be our first finalist.
And a very solid game from Resist. Slow but steady. And Vicious and Delicious, unfortunately, their comp really relied on Benny Q maybe getting ahead early on in the game. But I think that they just didn't have the damage it needed to bring down such a solid composition that was being run by Resist.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's going to be our match, so the finals are getting ready to start. We will see Resist versus Team 2-Inch in the finals right now, guys. Stay tuned with us while we get that bat set up. We'll be right back with you guys shortly.